Each of you should have a packet, and you should have some enclosures. And one of them is a little feedback form. And I know people groan at this, usually. I do too. But in this case, I'd love it if you could tell me a few things about the tour at the end. What you personally think could be better, what you liked about it, and then how you heard about the tour. How you heard about the tour helps us because we're always looking for different ways in this electronic age to outreach people, to get more people involved in our bus tour. We have a great turnout for our very first ever bus tour, but we're always looking for more to reach out to more people in the future when we do this. And really, we read every one of these. Tommijean and I will read every one of these. And quite frankly, it's better for me if you're critical of the tour a bit and give me some pointers on what to do next time than just say, hi, great tour. Because anything lends itself to improvement, especially when you're doing something for the first time. So, and keeping that in mind, I know I tend to speak a little fast, so I'll try not to speak too fast, but I've got a lot to tell you on our tour today. So when we get on the bus, there's a bathroom in the back of the bus, but I would encourage you there's bathrooms here, use those if you need to before we get on the bus. We're going to be going on a tour. One of your handouts shows you the stops we're going to make. We're only going to get off the bus, and you only get off the bus if you want to get off the bus, of course, right here around Clipper Cove, Site 27 in this area. And that's one of the things I want feedback from you on. There are bus tours that we do on bases like Hunters Point where we don't get off the bus. We do a very thorough tour, but we never leave the bus, and people generally like that. There are other tours such as Alameda, which consists mostly of getting off the bus. But that's a whole different crowd, a whole different set of needs, and they've evolved to that. And then there's us, this first time, somewhat in between. We're only getting off the bus one time. But let me know about that. There's certain things involved that you'll see in that, in getting off the bus and the time it takes to do that, and to gather around, and then we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll get back on the bus, and that's kind of time consuming. But I would love to hear everybody's opinion on that and what you would want to see in the future. Okay, given that, a couple things. This is not a highly technical tour. It's not meant to be. Our bus tours, I will weave in the history of what I know of the history, what's gone on, where the Navy's at in the program, and I'll talk a little bit about the contaminants and some of the things we've done. But there's always this mix between the techie stuff and the non-techie, but hopefully interesting stuff. And you can help me on that too, what you think the mix should be. And that varies from base to base as well, and has over time. So, but there'll be a little bit of both each time. I want to introduce some people before we get on the bus. First of all, there's Director Bob Beck from Treasure Island Development Authority. Thank you for being here. There's Patricia McFadden. She is the base coordinator. Her official title is officer in charge of the caretaker site office. She caretakes for all the Navy closed bases in the Bay Area. Huge job. But she resides in Building 1 at Treasure Island. And I think she takes excellent care of the Treasure Island Navy team and does 1,001 things for us and works with Bob. And anyway, I want to thank you because I think you do a tremendous job. And then there's Mehdi Sunga. Mehdi is a regulator. She regulates the Navy, and she's also there for you, the public, to talk to. And she represents the state of California, specifically the Department of Toxic Substances Control, which is a long agency name. Basically, it's an arm of what I think of as California EPA. It's the state EPA. And then there's Miriam Zeck. Miriam is here. She is the representative from the Regional Water Quality Control Board. And one thing we're going to talk about a little bit, Treasure Island has contaminants left over from the many, many years the Navy was here. It has contaminants in the soil, but it also has contaminants in the groundwater. And Miriam plays a major role in that. And we also have one site that we're going to talk about, Clipper Cove, that's out in the bay a little bit. And she has a major role in that as well.
Right, it's not just the groundwater, it's also the bay.
Yeah.